Here we have an example of how to use indirect measurement to solve a word problem. So in this problem you see we have a giraffe is 18 feet tall and casts a shadow of 12 feet. Corey casts a shadow of 4 feet. How tall is Corey? So what I'm going to do is use some pictures to kind of help me set up two similar triangles. So over here I have a giraffe and the problem tells me that he's 18 feet tall. So I'm going to label over here from the top of his head down to the ground is 18 feet. And we know that his shadow is 12 feet long. So I'm going to also indicate where his shadow is, which is laying on the ground, and that is 12 feet. We then have Corey, and the only information we have about Corey is that his shadow is 4 feet long. So starting down by his foot, we'll come out and indicate that his shadow is 4 feet. And the question asks us to determine how tall Corey is. And since we're working with algebraic ideas here, any missing piece of information we can always identify with a variable such as x. So I'm going to use x to indicate Corey's height. And what I have here now is the ability to create two similar triangles. So if you look at our giraffe, the height and the shadow can, whoopsies, hold on, let me try that again. So the height of 18 feet and the shadow of 12 feet can connect together to make one triangle. And then over with Corey, the height of x and the shadow of 4 can connect to make another triangle. And what I can do is identify my corresponding sides. So I know that the 18 corresponds with the x, and I also know that the 12 corresponds with the 4. And those sets of corresponding sides are going to set up my proportion. And I'm going to start off with labeling my proportion. So I'll abbreviate a little bit here. I'm going to put the measurements for the giraffe in the numerator, and I'm going to put the measurements for Corey in the denominator. And remember, I can choose to start with either set of corresponding sides. So I'm going to start with the 18, which is the giraffe's height. So that goes in the numerator. And the corresponding side to 18 is x. So x will go in the denominator. I then have my other set of corresponding sides going back to the giraffe. His shadow is 12 feet. And the corresponding side to 12 is 4. And so now I have my proportion, and I can simply use cross products to solve that proportion. So if I cross multiply this way, I get 12x. I'm going to bring down that equal sign. And then I'm going to cross multiply the other way, and 18 times 4 is 72. And now that I've created my one-step equation, I know that I need to isolate x. Since x and 12 are being multiplied, I'll divide by 12. That eliminates the 12, leaves me with x on the left. Whatever we do to the left, we have to do to the right. So I'm going to divide 72 by 12. And that determines that Corey's height is 6 feet. So I'll label my answer as x equals 6 feet.